Say hey, where you at?
What's going on, folks? It's time for the Binge Boys Podcast, episode 211. It's me, Logan, and I'm joined, of course, by Tanner and Matthew. How are we, everybody?
I'm great. How about you, Logs?
Groovy. How about you, Matt?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic on this Monday evening.
Yes, this quiet, lovely Monday evening. What's everyone been up to? But actually, before you answer that, a couple programming notes before we get started, like we do every week. Number one, follow us on Instagram, Binge Boys Podcast. That's where you get everything. That's the companion to the show. That is the place you need to follow if you want to follow along. Number two, tell a friend in need about the show. Number three, leave a rating and a review. And just spread the word. Tell people about the Binge Boys pod. I feel a sneeze coming, and I'm not happy about it. What?
Peanut butter.
What's that mean?
It's supposed to stop the sneeze.
Peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
By saying
You're
it?
supposed to eat peanut butter when you're about to sneeze.
Really?
No,
You
I
say
don't know.
it?
I thought that's what you were saying.
No, you just say it.
Really?
That's right when they're about to sneeze, and they go, huh? And then you go peanut butter. Then hopefully it stops them. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't.
I think an argument could be made that you could yell anything at me.
That's true.
You could be like, sound bar, backpack.
Wow, I can't tell what you're looking at right now.
I'm looking at a sound bar and or a backpack. Yeah, that's the Binge Boys. That's how you can support us. How can we support you? Well, number one, if this is your first time at the Binge Boys, welcome. If you're not returning, welcome back. I just found a note here. Lexus 2018 F Sport. Why do I have this note? I don't know. Someone shared that with me at some point.
Is that an indication that some fun was had this weekend and you were having some convos that are a bit fuzzy?
I really could. I can't tell you. I really have no idea what that is. So the premise is each week my co-host and I break down the hottest in TV and movies, as well as some music, video games, and pop culture here and there. On every Thursday, we have a bonus episode of the show entitled The Run Through. On those episodes, I'm joined by Megan and Emily, or Matt and Tanner, or any combination of those. And we discuss a specific movie and TV or TV series and break it down element by element and give it an in-depth review. I misspoke last week by saying that there was no run through to release. Actually, I was a week behind. My dates were jumbled. And June just flew by faster than I can just describe. So last week there was an episode of the run through for Independence Day. Hopefully everybody had a nice 4th. We'll talk about that in a second. This week we've got How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Next week we've got Monsters Incorporated. And then the week after that, I forget. But it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. And that's the run through for the July. Important thing to note, I have not discussed this with either of you yet, but there may or may not be an episode on Monday the 19th because of reasons that I will discuss after the pod with Matt and Tanner. Tanner probably knows why. But Matt does not yet know why, and I'm not allowed to say it on the air.
I don't know anything.
We will discuss afterwards. It's nothing serious. There just probably won't be an episode that day.
Sure.
So we can get into the show now. But first, how was the 4th, guys? The people are listening to this on the 6th, 2 days after the 4th. Matt, what'd you get into over the weekend?
It was Big Friends weekend. You guys can see I got my first professional post-COVID haircut, so was feeling fresh with that. Got to hang out a little bit on Friday. Had some buddy come into town. We linked with and mobbed with some other lads and lassies, so that was fun. Watched some fireworks and played some games on Saturday. And then Sunday, more friends. Someone got an invite to a mom's pool, which that was tight. That's always fun. And then got another invite to a rooftop firework viewing. So that's always fun. But yeah, man, just good friends time, just good patriotic outside time. So that's pretty much it. And then today was recovery.
Yeah.
it
was a low key day.
It was a real low key here. I think I've logged probably 300 steps. So that's not looking to change.
That's a move right there. That's
Yep.
a move. First of all, question: who was cutting your hair during COVID? Your girlfriend?
My girlfriend, yeah. I had just like a crappy like beard trimmer that she tried to do my hair when it was really long, and then me via her asked my mom for like better clippers for Christmas. And she was like, "Okay, this is a lot better, but you still have way too much fucking hair for me to cut." But so yeah, I did that.
Okay. Tanner, what'd you do this weekend?
Friday 9 to 8 work. Saturday 9 to 8 work. Sunday 9 to 9:30 work.
What'd you do today?
9 to 3 work.
Oh my God! So you didn't do anything?
No, I mean last night my buddy picked me up in his Jeep and we drove around the town and picked up a couple other people and then we went home and then that's about it.
Hey, I remember those days of just going and picking your friends up and driving around and it was before you were of age to really do anything fun. So you were just like, hey, we don't really want to spend the money to go out to eat or go, I don't know, to a movie or bowling or something, but instead we'll just drive around and shoot the shit. And
they tried to go to Hooters.
Oh, and what happened?
Well, it was closed.
Oh, it was?
But we walked in and they were like, sorry, we closed at 11 and it was freaking 11:03. I'm just like, thanks. Like all they wanted was a beer and I was just going to stand there and sip my Dr. Pepper. And
well,
I guess not.
Guess not.
I was Dr. Pepperless last night.
No Dr. Pepper for you.
How about you, Logan? What did you get up to on this old fourth weekend?
This weekend was a movie for your boy. What was that?
I forgot we're on camera. I just scratched.
That's okay. You're on
camera. Should you do it again?
Okay,
you're
I didn't get it.
You're human. You can scratch.
Oh, I didn't get it again. Okay, there we go.
Thursday, made a move to the apartment with Bay. Shouts to Bay. So we did that all Thursday, Friday. Friday went to work. And after work, went on Lake Lanier with a client of ours at work. He has a boat, and he wanted to start the relationship between us in a fun way. So he took us out on his boat, and we mobbed, crushed a couple of Vizzies on that boat, not going to lie.
There it is.
Had a good old time there. Got home, and Catherine had... Granted, we are in an apartment, so it is a much smaller space. But Catherine single-handedly, I got to give her all the props, unpacked everything on Friday because she had off. I went to work, but
I was gonna say this place looks like you already moved in.
Yeah,
a long time ago.
A few people saw the apartment this weekend and they said, "Wow, it looked like you moved in 3 months ago. Everything is just settled." And I said, "Yeah, I literally have to credit Catherine for everything because she." Did everything on Friday. When I got home, I was expecting there'll probably be some boxes or some things I can sort out and help her with. No, she knew that people were going to see the place this weekend, so she wanted it to look like we were settled. And hey, she got it done. Granted, she helped what she could when it came to moving. My dad and I lifted pretty much the monstrous things like the table we're sitting on, the couch behind us, the bed frame, box spring, all that stuff. So she killed it on Friday when I was at work. I was really impressed. So shouts to Bay for getting our apartment in order.
Woo!
Major shouts.
Saturday, God, that was the 3rd, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Saturday, I went to downtown Kennesaw, which is 5-minute walk from this apartment.
So cool.
And they were doing a little celebration for the 4th. And that's where I got off of fries first. Check it out on Instagram at LoganLewis96.
Is that where you got the big ass corn dog?
Yeah. Bro, that corn dog was good.
Oh, I want a corn dog.
Oh, man. I've learned that not many people like corn dogs.
Why?
I
Matt,
love
are you a corn dog guy?
Love them. I've
God,
loved
they're the
them
best
since
thing
day
on the-
one.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, good. Good to know that the Binge Boys are all supporters of the corn dog
They're
movement.
in my freezer right now. I'm
was
actually
gonna
gonna fry them up when I get home.
Ooh, so you fry them up? I'm super lazy. I just microwave them. They're so
I got the air fryer. I just press
Oh,
a
there you
button.
go.
So it's like the same thing.
mash that corn dog button.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's what he's doing.
Dink. I'm literally just dink.
I used to be on team microwave for the corn dog until air fryers were
Okay.
introduced to my life.
All right.
And the air fryer just puts that extra crisp on it that the
Yeah.
microwave doesn't seem to do. But
Microwave can never crisp anything.
nope.
It's a little floppy.
Yeah, it's a little flappier. but yeah, had a corn dog that was probably 1.5 feet long. It was marvelous.
Oh,
I mean, let's be honest, actually. The stick was that extra
Yeah.
half. So the corn dog itself is about 1 foot, maybe 10 inches, but still a big boy. And your boy enjoyed himself, so check that out at Logan Lewis 96 again. Yeah, it celebrated downtown. The Sibs were here, Griffin and Cameron, and their Sig Oths were in town visiting.
Oh, yeah.
So Kennedy, Griffin's girlfriend, and Alex, Cameron's boyfriend, were in town. They came over. We watched fireworks downtown, and then we came back here and they spent the night. And we watched a great movie entitled "The Cat in the Hat" with Mike Myers.
Oh gosh,
Oscar award winning, in fact.
Oh yeah.
that movie is an Oscar.
That movie has an Oscar, and by that I mean there was probably someone that worked on it named Oscar. So I wish we had a Micah Weiner in here that we could like say, Micah, fact check see if there was an Oscar that worked on that film. But you know, we don't have Micah, sadly. Shouts to Micah. He had a hell of a weekend. So
he went off.
did. Let's see here. And then yesterday on the 4th of July, went over to mom and dad's. Dad's sister came in town, Aunt Jill. Shout out to her. She brought a couple of my cousins from the Lewis family side. And, you know, we just kind of had a little bit of a day. Just hung out and swam a little bit. I got entirely way too drunk. Felt pretty shitty yesterday evening. Ate 4 hamburgers. Nobody's doing that.
It's a lot of red meat.
That's a lot of red meat, dude. I immediately, like at some point, I'm pretty sure my Aunt Jill was like, "You're eating 4 hamburgers," and I looked down and was like, "Oh my god!" And then I felt like shit for the rest of the night. So came back here and went to bed at a good time. Got up today and didn't do anything, man.
Nice.
It was watched a couple of the movies and shows we're going to talk about here.
Same.
But other than that, kind of took a nap on the couch. It was marvelous. First nap in the apartment. Felt great.
Nice.
Felt great.
Could I step in here for a second?
Yeah.
Step on in. There was
Step
not
on in.
only one, but 2 Oscars present on The Cat in the Hat. Shout out to Oscar Dillon. He was a stuntman. And then Oscar J. Flores was a production secretary. So
Shout out to all my Oscars out there. Especially the 2 that worked on that film.
yeah, if you're an Oscar in the movie industry, we salute you.
So it was a movie of a weekend for me. So I had a fun time. Better movie than The Cat in the Hat, I will say. But yeah, man, the 4th is always a fun time to just relax. Even if you don't go crazy, it's just fun to relax. But shouts to Tanner for not relaxing.
Grinding.
Because you grinded all weekend.
I did, yes.
But you made that money.
Stack paper.
They're stacking it.
Yes. Whoop-dee. I
Whoop-de-doo.
hate that freaking store. It's the worst place in the world. Oh.
Well, we won't talk about it anymore, Tanner.
Thank you.
So in terms of headlines today, I don't have any. Nothing crazy happens usually over the 4th of July holiday unless they drop a trailer for something big. So I was thinking that we could just go right into Loki episode 4.
Loki episode 4.
Yeah. Let me just say, I ate my words.
Yes, you did, you motherfucker.
Yeah,
that's right.
I ate my words. This episode was electric.
It got good.
Yeah.
And let me just say, looking back on how good this episode was, can you at least stay with me and say that the first 3 were slower compared to this?
100%.
It was, yeah, especially watch it since I just watched 3 and 4 since I hadn't watched it for last time. But yeah, I feel like episode 3 was a lot more set up, and then we're starting to get more payoff like in this second half of the season, I feel like.
And I'm just realizing this is that we got this week and next week, and that's it for Loki.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's 2 days from now.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Episode
I don't like
5.
Wednesdays.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's a weird vibe.
I don't like it.
Keep it till Sunday or Monday in this case.
Yeah.
I watched it this morning.
But now I don't want to wait.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I'm watching Wednesday.
This is why I'm happy, because now I feel like I can't wait to watch the new episode.
What did you guys think when the timekeeper guy lost his head? I was just like,
dude. It's just crazy. It's like it just layers upon layers. It's like, who is pulling the strings? Yeah, it's the same kind of questions I feel like as really brings it sort of back to like WandaVision, and just like not even knowing like who the players are, who's actually like pulling the strings. And it's like, what's it gonna be? Like, who's the grand, I can't even remember, like the grand timeline or whatever, like who's keeping that if these timekeepers were just Chuck E. Cheese robots.
That's I shat myself when she threw, because I was wondering, I kind of had a little bit of a suspicion that something was going on, either that they were a projection or something, because once the fighting begun, they all kind of just like sat there in their chairs, and I was like, I feel like they would like be stepping up or something.
Well, but also you could think like they're in control of what all happens throughout all.
So they're not worried,
right? They're not worried. They know exactly that they'll be safe, and that's sort of
That's
like
a good point.
That is a good point.
That's sort of like a show of like their power.
I really enjoyed them though. Like for the very few minutes we saw them, they were very. Like I just like their character design. Like they were cool. Like they looked like aliens, which is cool because we don't get a lot of alien stuff in the Marvel universe.
I mean, I feel like we'll get more. Yeah, now that we're getting the Skrull as like a bigger part and more Guardians, that kind of has alien vibes. But yeah, we haven't gotten much of it recently. Yeah,
it almost felt Star Wars-y, like sealing 3 robed dudes on some chairs and be like, are they about to whip out some sabers?
Yeah.
But yeah, I completely ate my words. Like as I was watching the episode, I was like laughing to myself. I was like, I can't wait to just eat my words on this next episode, because I shat on the show last week.
Dude, you should have jumped into the notes app, written an apology, put it up on the gram.
You know what? I think I might do that. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, jumping right into it. Obviously, spoilers ahead.
Full spoilers ahead.
Mobius is dead, and I'm sad.
Well,
is he dead though? Yeah, you're right.
If Loki's alive,
this is made me. Or is he?
Yeah.
So it's opening up this can of worms of like. Another thought just popped into my head, and that's these weapons that they're holding. Like, what exactly is their power if they're just disintegrating people, but those people are being transported to another world? Could you make the same argument that it almost has the same power as like the Thanos snap? Like they didn't die, they just were moved somewhere else.
Right.
Point, yeah.
So Patrick Star voice.
Yeah, like we'll just take Loki and push him somewhere else. Yeah, dude. I don't know. And then you see the 3 classic Lokis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That was crazy. I know, what the fuck?
It was at that moment where I was like, oh, screen's going to go black and I'm going to get upset. And screen went black and I went upset. And I was like, let's go. The show is finally good for me.
Well, that was the post-credit scene. And that was like the first one. I've been like watching through all of them. I've been like sort of disappointed. I was about to like turn it off. And then it like went. I was like, vindication, finally.
So
that was a weird laugh, wasn't it?
Griffin does that laugh too. And now it rubbed off on me and I start doing that laugh.
I didn't do that. That's what, did I?
Mm-hmm.
That's a disgusting laugh.
It is disgusting. It's stupid.
I did not do that.
Nice.
No way.
It wasn't as obvious. It was like
There it is. I do
There
that.
it is.
Do.
There it is. You do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to think about whatever. Mobius. I was real sad, but I
Me too.
kind of saw something coming because they were putting You always know when a character is about to die in a TV show when they put like heavy emphasis on that character. Like in The Walking Dead, like you always knew when a character was about to bite the dust because like the 2 prior episodes would just be heavy on that character, and you're like, something's coming for this character. Like either someone is going to die that's close to him, or they're going to die themselves.
Yeah.
Did you shit when Loki started disintegrating?
Yes, I was like,
That was pretty surprising.
I heard a lot of theories early on that Tom Hiddleston's Loki would die, and then the female Loki would just kind of like
I believe it.
just
It would
carry on the footsteps. And I was like,
It would make sense. She has no place.
I like her.
Why not take his?
I do too. I like
think
her
she's
too.
awesome.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, she's a badass.
Yeah, and she's just like Tom Hiddleston was when he started as Loki. She's kind of a no-name. She doesn't have much to her name. So if they kind of took her and threw her in the universe, and she was just Loki from now on, like I think it'd be a really cool interaction for like Loki to meet Thor.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be a really cool situation. So
Yeah, like what's her Thor like? Like that's a really interesting.
true.
Ooh.
In her reality,
If she
what's
even
going
had
on?
Yeah.
If there even is a Thor.
Yeah.
Right. This might be more a comparison I drew watching episode 3 versus 4. So sorry if this conversation could have happened last week.
It's all good.
But I got a lot of vibes of the early in the movie of Captain Marvel, just in how like the wool is kind of pulled over her eyes about like what she's doing and like she's whatever. So I think it's interesting that they're kind of like going back to that and like having this organization kind of be like, you know, shown its sort of dark like underbelly or whatever, and that it's not really helping everybody. It's, you know, just like helping the rich or this one person's viewpoint and, you know, lying to its people. So I just thought that was like interesting.
Yeah. I agree. Are you guys getting Loki's in love with Loki vibes?
Oh, 100%. Well, that was,
Yes.
that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's creeping me out a little
Like
bit.
as he's about to profess his love, boom, disintegration. Disintegration.
No living.
I hate myself. Oh, I forgot a part of my weekend that's just a movie. But you know what? I'm not holstering it. I'm saying it right now.
Sure.
I have a new place you need to go get your hair cut.
Where?
It's called Kennesaw Barbershop. Bro, you
There?
It's a great name.
Huh?
Right there?
well, yeah, it's really
Yeah.
close.
Like a couple minutes from here?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
like 8 minutes down the road.
Mhm.
It's so tight. It's a movie, bro. You walk in. It's not Wilmot's, but you feel like family when you're there. It was just an unbelievable experience at a haircut place, nonetheless. So I am hooked and going there for the rest of my life.
Very cool.
But anyway, back to Loki. No, probably what you would pay at like a Sports Clips or Great Clips or something.
Like
but
$12.
oh, is that how much you pay at Great Clips?
Pay like $15 maybe.
Really?
Yeah, and then a tip.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's why I always have such interesting haircuts.
Oh, well,
Well, how much you pay there?
at Sports Clips, I used to pay $20 for a haircut and $5 for a tip, or maybe $25 for the cut.
It's
and
honestly, it's possible that I'm wrong.
maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, sport clips might be more expensive. I don't know.
I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? Back to Loki. Nobody's talking about. No one's doing haircut talk in the middle of Loki.
Yeah.
You don't see that often.
But no, so did B-15, was she still undisintegrated or she get disintegrated? I can't remember.
I think she
I don't
got.
remember.
Wait,
She got
yeah,
knocked down.
They
didn't
got. She got knocked down, but they never like physically showed her disappearing or anything.
Yeah.
So I was wondering the same thing towards the end. Like when Loki got, I was like, "Where's B-15? Like where's she at? Where's she chilling?"
Right. Mhm.
But maybe she dipped. Like I don't know.
Yeah. But no, I can't wait for the info dump from Ravona, hopefully next week.
Yeah, I am very. I've seen a lot of theories in the past couple days of how Kang the Conqueror is pulling the strings.
Yeah, that's I guarantee you.
Okay.
And he's going to be the main villain in Ant-Man 3. they kind of are setting him up to be like, I don't want to say the next Thanos because it's not that big, but he's a pretty big Marvel Comics villain.
Sure.
He's amongst like those kind of like Thanos or even the Timekeepers per se, like as the concept, like he's just very like symbolic and like very evil, like mwahaha, like villain.
Yeah.
So they might make him like the next Loki, where he's like a prevalent character in the next like few movies, but not necessarily like the big baddie that Thanos was.
Did you know that according to Wikipedia, one of King the Conqueror's notable aliases is Iron Lad, which is kind of tight.
Catch me changing my name to Iron Lad.
Pints with the Iron Lads. I love it.
I saw King the Conqueror in Ant-Man 3 has already been casted as well. He's played by oh my God, what's his name, dude? You've definitely seen him in something. He's really good. I'm pretty sure he's the main actor that's in Candyman.
Oh, Jonathan Majors?
Yes, I think it's Jonathan Majors that's playing King the Conqueror, which would be really good because he's really good.
He looks pretty cool.
Yeah, he's pretty tight. Really scary, definitely scary looking dude that I would not fuck with.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't have thought of like this Loki show being linked with like Ant-Man, but I think something that they do well is kind of combining the science-y and the magic stuff into just kind of like one thing. And going back to even like the original Thor movie, you know, everyone's favorite when they say it's like, oh, your people call it science, my people call it magic. It's the same thing. It doesn't really matter. So I like that that's like a consistent theme like up throughout all of Marvel.
I like that this episode has provided for more like discussion too. Because I feel like the past 3 episodes, we've all just been like, it's good. Or it's been okay, or we'll just see what happens type thing.
5-minute review.
Yeah, like a 5-minute talk versus like a 10-minute discussion, which is good. I don't have personally anything else. I'm willing to admit I am excited to see what's coming.
Yeah, definitely.
I will still say it is still at the bottom of the 3 for me. But that's only just because this 4th episode really won me over. If the rest of the show really, really, really delivers, then it could knock Falcon and the Winter Soldier down to spot 3, but we'll see. We'll see.
For me, I think they're pretty like neck and neck because I feel like just like the stakes in this are like a little bit higher, and it's with characters we don't know as much about, and that are sort of, I feel like, I mean, a hot take, I feel like Loki's a little bit more interesting motivation than Sam or Bucky. I
don't think that's a hot take. I think you're probably along the same line there.
Yeah.
But something that I don't think we're all on the same line about is the film of the week, and that's The Tomorrow War. Have you heard about this movie, Tanner?
I have, and I watched it, and I enjoyed it.
Okay, well, before you give me any thoughts about it, I'm going to give you some information about The Tomorrow War. The Tomorrow War released on Amazon Prime over the weekend. Some information. It is PG-13. It's around 2 hours and 20 minutes long. Family man is drafted to fight in a future war where the fate of humanity relies on his ability to confront his past. Stars Chris Pratt, Yvonne J.K. Simmons, Betty Giplin, Sam Richardson, which I freaking love. Sam Richardson is an actor. I just don't know if he necessarily belonged here. I don't know. Yvonne Stravosky is her name.
Hannah McKay.
Is that Hannah McKay from Dexter?
Mm-hmm.
I knew she looked familiar, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, I knew it. Okay. And
Chris Pratt's from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah, thanks.
And the Parks and Recreation, a lot of people forget that.
Yeah, also the Jurassic World franchise.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Directed by Chris McKay and written by Zach Dean. That's an all-time name, Dean. Dude, catch me naming my boy Dean.
Dean Lewis.
Logan.
Dean Lewis, dude. That's a killer name.
Kind of is, yeah.
That's a baller name, bro. I'm going to have to consult Catherine on that one. She's going to give me a hard no, I guarantee it. But
name your kid Mobius.
Honestly, I don't hate it.
I don't
but
either.
Catherine would never go for it.
Dude, that kid's getting swirlies on the reg. Sorry, Mobius Lewis. You're getting shoved in a locker.
Let's look at the Rotten Tomatoes scores for the Tomorrow War. Critics give it a rotten 53%. An audience. Tanner, where do you think the audience score for this movie lands?
70.
Matt, where are you thinking?
I'm thinking 85.
He gets an 82 from the audience. So, we all had different scores for the movie. I debated my score a few times because I don't know. There's things about it I liked, but there's also things I did not like.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate my time watching it. I'll go first in saying that I think the movie was a little too long. I think they could have clocked it at 2 hours and it would have been okay. There was a lot of unnecessary scenes in that that just didn't add any value to the plot or the character development. And I was like, we could have cut this scene or cut that scene. But my number one complaint is that it was, I think, 20 minutes too long.
Yeah.
Tanner, number one complaint with the movie.
I can agree with the longness. But I don't know. I guess it's just the whole concept is just confusing.
It was a little confusing.
I mean, it wasn't. They explained it well enough, but but if you really think about it a little harder, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's like if they can travel. Actually, never mind. They explain. Yeah,
we'll get into it. Matt, number one complaint with the movie.
I don't know, dude. Like, I felt like it was confusing, but also like I felt like I was like outpacing the movie and like what it was trying to like get me to like understand like about time travel. Like when they were talking about like, oh, like he has to go back like and save whoever. It's like, well, if he does what he wants to do, then this won't be there. I also had the timelines and stuff on the mind from watching Loki. So this was like a perfect combo. But I was like, well, yeah, he'll like, go back and like change things. So then like that won't happen. So he won't have to like, and then like that was like spelled out like 20 minutes like after I like came to it. And I don't know. I just felt like just the writing and the directing in it were both like kind of odd. Like there was the very emotional scene between Chris Pratt and his daughter in the future. And like, it was really impactful. And it's like, but I felt like the lines that she was given and like the way she was like directed to act it out just were not as compelling as I think the director wanted it to be. I was just like, okay, that was like probably one of your unnecessary scenes, Logan, that you mentioned. But yeah, I just thought like, I don't know, it just didn't really come together for me overall.
Yeah, I saw your 2 out of 5, and I saw Tanner's score, which we'll get to in a second. I'll let you go off here in a minute after me and Matt get our thoughts out of the way. I landed around a 3, but that 3 is very loose. Like it could go to 2, it could go to 4, because there were things I liked about the movie, but there were like, I think the things I didn't like outweigh the things I did like. However, the things I didn't like destroy the movie for me. Like, first off, I love Chris Pratt.
Me too.
Right. Anything Chris Pratt is in, sign me up. I think he's like, I was just thinking about it today. Catherine made a comment when it was on. She was like making coffee and she was like, Chris Pratt just has one of those like demeanors or faces even that just like you root for him. No matter what he's doing, you root for him.
Yeah.
So I fuck with Chris Pratt heavy.
Me too.
Chris Pratt, if you want to come on the Binge Boys, you're more than welcome to.
That'd be the most funniest episode on the planet.
We would. Yeah.
I'd be wheezing the whole time.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I'd love to talk to Chris Pratt. A lot of people tell me that I give them Chris Pratt vibes.
Interesting.
In person. They get, not in terms of the looks, because Chris Pratt is a much better looking man than I am, but in terms of the sense of humor in my delivery when I'm trying to be funny, they say Chris Pratt. But anyway, enough about me. I thought that the concept of people coming back from the future to say there is a war we do not have enough people from, so we're going to recruit people from the past. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, agreed.
Specifically 28 years ago.
And they kind of come at it like with like the scene where they're like, all of the people that they're recruiting are older because they're no longer alive in the future. So the recruiting process was very specific, even though at the beginning they made it seem like they were drafting every willing
that's what I
human on the planet to fight. So there were a few things that didn't add up that like I hadn't drawn that conclusion until saying it out loud just now. I thought the monsters were cool.
I thought so too.
But like I thought they were a little too much.
Yeah. Terrifying.
Like they would have been scary enough if they were just on like the four legs, but the fact that they like spat whatever they spat out of their tentacles.
They have guns on
They had like guns on their tentacles.
Yeah, they were ridiculous. And they also like, I don't know, like over designed is kind of like how I would describe them. There's got like too much like crap going on. Like, and then they made a big deal about like the first reveal of them when it's like, but then we see them for like the rest of like the whole like, you know, however long in the movie. It's like sort of like the, you know, in like Alien, you don't see the actual alien like for a while, and the suspense is like really there, and then you see it and it's terrifying. Like with these, they were just like, I feel like it was like just like too much. They
were on screen too much, so it took away from the value of that we're supposed to be afraid of them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when the horror movie you're watching, like the reason that those first couple Paranormal Activity movies are so good is because you never lay eyes on the ghost or the tormentor.
Right.
But like in movies like this, like I'm trying to think, a really good example is A Quiet Place too, where you never see the thing that is attacking the people until like the very end of the movie, which builds the more suspense and like horror. Like going into this, I thought this was going to be like Alien-esque as like a survival horror vibe, but it was more of an action movie. Like also they did the thing that a lot of action movies do. This is a stupid critique, but it's a probably 100-year-old critique. They never reloaded their guns ever.
One time. I noticed it
one or two times. Like there was just scenes where the camera was on Chris Pratt for a solid 45 seconds, just constant unloading. No reloading.
Of his assault rifle. It's not like his mounted machine gun or something.
No, it'd be different if he had a round drum in the bottom of that thing. It was a 25 bullet clip that he was firing for 45 seconds. There was a few scenes where they whipped the pistol out to signify that they were out of ammo, but they didn't do that enough to redeem the fact that they were just firing guns for days.
Yeah, and I just felt some of the action direction was just like it was just like there's a lot of like kind of cheesy set pieces in it. Like when he was getting bumped back to the present day or whatever you want to call it, and he was like falling down, like reaching. Like I was like, all right, I know exactly how this is. Like as soon as like the platform or whatever fell, like I know exactly how this is gonna play out. Can you please stop wasting my time and just get through it already?
I will say that when that shot happened of him diving down to grab her, but the monsters are like climbing each other to go up, I did pause it and look at it for a sec because that is a cool shot. But it is, like you said, cheesy and like over the top, and like there's a father-son dynamic, which I thought was a cool dynamic to have for his little girl to be the woman that he's fighting alongside. I did not see that coming.
Me neither.
But
I knew he would meet. I had a strong feeling he would meet her or his wife like in that time.
I had a feeling that he was going to meet his wife or maybe see his wife with another man or something and think like, oh my God, what did I do to destroy my family? But I also think the whole J.K. Simmons storyline was just shoehorned in there.
Yeah, I really like J.K. Simmons.
He's huge.
He is huge.
What the hell?
He bulked up for when he played Commissioner Gordon in the few Justice League movies. There were shots of him at the gym. I remember when a photo came out of him working out and he was just fucking ripped with his big ass beard. Like I was like, J.K. Simmons, go off, bro.
Good for him.
But yeah, like that whole storyline and like after he gets back to like the current day, I definitely thought that was like it was the vibe where it's like, all right, getting ready to, time to like go home. And then someone says, oh, do you want to look at like my photo albums or something? And you're like, all right, well, I guess you have to do this. You have to sit around and like wait for this all to play out. I was just like, I don't know. I felt like that could have been sort of more wrapped up in like, just like another kind of like montage versus like seeing all of it all over again.
I think we could have gotten. I think they could have taken J.K. Simmons out of the movie completely and had it just a stronger relationship between the daughter and him.
Yeah.
Like completely taking out the relationship, like maybe having his daughter instead of as a little girl, like maybe making her like a young adult in present day and making her just an older adult in the future, so that he would have been fighting alongside of her like present day.
Yeah.
Like I think having a better relationship with your dad like would have been a cool, like almost like a couple weeks late Father's Day movie. Like I don't know. I mean,
right. Yeah. I think
I
it was
definitely didn't hate J.K. Simmons. Like I fuck with him.
Right. No, his performance was great. I just don't think it was necessary.
That's really, I mean, all I really have in terms of complaints. Like it was entertaining of a movie. I just some of the Tanner, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go here in a second.
Let's see what he's got to say for himself.
But 2 out of 5 from Matt, 3 out of 5 from me, Tanner. Let's hear it.
Well, it got a 5 out of 5 because Chris Pratt won, and then 2, I was bored, so I was like, okay, I'll watch this movie. And I was looking for something entertaining, and it just hit the spot, and I was sitting there watching it the entire time. I don't know. I don't know. I just haven't seen good movies lately, and I thought that was good. Story was good to me.
So there's no deep reason why you thought it was just really good. It just hit the right spot at the right time.
Yep. It's something I needed, I guess. An action movie. And we watched that Dave Bautista movie, and I hated that. So this was better. So this was 10 times better compared to.
You know what's funny?
Huh?
Is I enjoyed Army of the Dead more than this movie.
Dang.
I would jump off a bridge before watching that again.
I was thinking about it the other day when I was like looking at all the content that we've watched this year in preparation for the next the next segment. But I was like, man, I still like that Army of the Dead movie.
And you know what? You know what's funny about both these movies? Father-daughter relationship.
Yeah.
There you go.
Why does every action movie go that route now? Like
because they gotta tie it together for a family.
I've never seen World War Z, but is that how World War Z is?
No, I actually don't think so.
Interesting.
I saw that movie in the theaters in like junior year of high school, but haven't seen it since.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever watch it.
I remember having a fun time watching it, but other than that, like there's all this chatter of like a sequel. I'm like, this movie doesn't need it. Doesn't need it.
World War Z2.
Oh, geez.
Worlder War Z.
World War Y. Do you have more?
No.
Or was that just your explanation on why you loved it?
Oh yeah, I just loved it.
Okay.
Genuine.
It just hit different for you.
It did. And I was like, and I had to watch some of it at work today too, because I freaking fell asleep last night. And I was supposed to be cleaning this machine, and I look up and it was like 45 minutes had passed, and I was watching it, and I hadn't touched the machine yet. I was like, oh shit. Whoops. Oh well, whatever. I'll steal their labor all day long. I'm there 60 hours a week anyways.
Jeez. Better hope that Little Caesars doesn't hear this. They won't.
I hope not.
They won't.
I don't work there.
They've got better things to do.
I work at Burger King.
You're right. You do.
Yeah.
Okay. Tomorrow War, Amazon Prime. Check it out if you have a subscription. It's not a horrible movie, but it might not be for you.
It's a great movie, I say.
Okay. Top 5 of the year so far.
Is it in my top 5?
Is it?
I don't know, but I don't remember what I put. Let's see.
I'm not asking. I'm just like,
oh no.
For the movies at the end of the year, do you think it'll make your top 5?
No, but it's going to be memorable.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Matt's going to remember how much he hated it.
I didn't like hate it. I don't know. It's just like the whole time it's just like it was the game where it's like, oh, I'm gonna guess the line that like they're gonna say next. I'm gonna guess like, oh, I can see like how this is playing out. And it's like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Why are you doing like? Yeah, just a lot of like very questionable decisions.
Okay. Well, moving on to the big segment of the day. I didn't look at anybody's. What was that?
Top 10.
Oh, I thought that's what that was.
Yeah. Well, actually, that was just ESPN. Yeah.
Maybe I'll get that sound bite to put on the soundboard. That'd be a pretty good one, actually. Write that down, Jamie. It's a Joe Rogan thing.
Oh.
We wanted to do this top 10 content that we've consumed so far this year. That's a really cool wallpaper. Is it live?
No.
Oh, that'd be cool if he like winked at you.
I know.
That's a really nice.
Tell me you like making money without telling me you like making money.
I like money. I need money.
All about the Benjamins.
It's all about those Benjis. Anyway, top content we've consumed so far. We're halfway through the year, and we've 2020 we didn't get much content, but 2021 we're being overloaded with it. So let's talk about the stuff that we've loved so far this year. You know how top 10 lists work here. We start at number 10 and work our way down to number 1 or up. I don't know. I will start us off at number 10. We'll go Matt, and then we'll go Tanner. So number 10 is Justice by Justin Bieber. Album he released at the beginning of the year. Enjoyed myself. The companion album, I'd say, to Changes, that came out 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago. I forget. Actually, I think it came out in 2020, actually. So yeah, year ago. And a lot of bops on there. A little bit slower of an album, but some jams on there. And you can't hate the Biebs too much like I used to. But it's a solid album, and that was my number 10. Matt, what you got at your number 10?
I also have an album, but from a group that's not quite as well known as Justin Bieber. I don't know, maybe. The album is called Shenanigans Nightclub, and the group is Goose. They're kind of a jam band-esque. Shouts to Goose. Shouts to my friend JC, who sort of got me into this, and just kind of I started listening. He suggested it like months ago, and I listened to it for the first time like this past week, and it's just been on repeat for a while. So I don't know. I couldn't really say no to it. So yeah. Okay. Shenanigans Nightclub by Goose. I just can't say it with a straight face. Tanner, where we're starting at for you?
It was a movie called Cherry, the one with Tom Holland in it. I like that one. That's number 10.
Overlooked Cherry on mine.
Cherry.
You just really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to provide more insight if you don't want to. We can just move right along.
That's a good movie.
It was a good movie.
Good story. Logan, what's your number 9?
My number 9, you poked me there. My number 9 is another album entitled Life Rolls On by Florida Georgia Line.
Okay.
It's at the bottom of the list because not much more songs were on it rather than the few that I really enjoyed. But there's always going to be a soft spot in my heart for those guys, and a little bit slower, a little more romantic songs, more just about like evolving as a person in life. So I enjoyed myself, and just enjoyed it a little bit more than that Biebs album. So that's my number 9. Matt, what you got? Any FGL on your list?
No, unfortunately, they didn't quite make it. If we did a top 11, they'd be right there. My number 9 is a movie, The Mitchells versus the Machines. We reviewed it several months ago, and this just sort of stuck with me. As I haven't watched it again, but I could definitely see myself, catching it later. Just need sort of a nice little family shot in the arm. Shouts to Fast and Furious, but Mitchells versus the Machines. Where you got, Tanner?
Surprised that Vin Diesel didn't roll up alongside them and say, what's more powerful than the Machines? The Mitchells, because the Mitchells are a family.
It's been a long day without them, my friends.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Tanner, what you got at number 9?
My number 9 is a TV show called Gotham.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right.
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
It's like a deeper dive into the criminals that you really didn't see in movies and stuff. So it's cool to see.
It's on my list. Still haven't done it.
What,
I moved.
Idiot.
I moved.
Well, Gotham, it's kind of cringy. I won't lie.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's the CW. So,
is it?
So that's
that tells you all you need to know.
100%.
My number 8 is a little movie also on the Apple TV Plus network. Similar to Cherry, it's Palmer, a movie that starred Justin Timberlake playing an ex-con that had to befriend a boy who preferred to dress like a girl. And you know what? It was a really good story. Made me cry a few times. Very good. Justin Timberlake, I hope, gets some performance nods when the award season comes around. If you have Apple TV Plus, I'd highly recommend checking it out. Timberlake killed it. Matt, what you got?
Well, I moved away from my list. Just kidding. My number 8 is a podcast that's still. I didn't want to put anything still going on, but it is called Passenger List. They're releasing their second season. It is more of like a radio drama than like a traditional podcast. It actually stars Kelly Marie Tran, who played Rose in the sequel trilogy. So yeah, it's good. It's just about a it's very like mystery based. There's basically a plane that just like goes straight up missing, and they're just trying to sort of figure out, well, A, how you do that, and B, just like what the deal is. She had her twin brother like on the plane, so she's kind of chasing down but she can to find out about this. The first season's all out, so you can binge that. So would definitely do that, and then would definitely recommend checking out season 2. Yeah, it's just really well done. So yeah, Tanner, what you got at number 8?
Before Tanner goes, Matt, I'd to keep your podcast drama wheels turning. I have a recommendation for you. A few years ago, or maybe last year, I don't know. I'm not good with time, but and neither was the Tomorrow War. Sorry.
Bang.
Sorry. I liked it. Shut up. It's called Blackout, and it stars Rami Malek as well. It kind of takes place very radio drama-esque. I'm sure it's the same kind of along the same vein that like you hear like the sound effects, doors opening and closing, people crinkling papers or whatever. You hear the whole, it almost like you're listening to a TV show essentially.
Right.
It stars Rami Malek, and it's about like a mysterious like power outage in like a small town, and there's some secrets in the town that kind of come to fruition over the course of like 10 episodes. It's very good. I'd highly recommend you check it out.
Definitely. Very in on that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Tanner, what you got at your number 8?
My number 8 is a movie called A Million Little Things. The one with Jared Leto and Rami Malek, the one that just came out.
Oh,
we missed that.
No, we didn't.
Did we?
Million Little Things. The Little Things.
The Little Things.
The
Little Things, yes.
Yeah, Denzel was in it too.
Yeah, that was good.
I love how short you are in your explanations. Yeah, Gotham. I like that one.
No, but this
you're like the uncle that describes like how good the game was. How good was the game? Yeah, it was good.
Good game.
And it's like, oh,
how's the burger? Oh, good.
It was good.
How's your nap?
How's burger number 4?
It wasn't great. I'll tell you that. By burger 4, I was hurting, but drunk Logan thought he needed 4. So damn it, he's gonna have 4. Anyway, go on.
But Rami Malek nailed it, and so did Jared Leto. He was creepy as fuck. So good movie.
Sad to say that I forgot about that one.
I just remembered it, and I just changed it from A Quiet Place Part 2 to a wait, what's it called? The Little Things?
The Little Things.
Thank you.
Little Things. A Million Little Things. That you got to think that'd be a much longer movie.
That'd be A Million Little Things.
That's a TV show.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
My mother watches it and cries, and it's annoying.
Oh, it's a good cry porn show.
It's such a cry.
Love a good cry porn.
Oh God.
My number 7 is really popular fan favorite movie, Army of the Dead on Netflix. Said all I can say about it. It's a fantastic action movie that you can watch with your family and friends if you're bored.
I wouldn't watch it with the family.
Yeah, actually, maybe don't watch it with anybody younger than like 10, 12, maybe.
If they played zombies, then they're fine.
Yeah, if they've played zombies in a video game, they're fine to watch it. It's the same thing. But Matt, what you got at your number 7?
Well, before I get to that, that would have been my number 12. So it would have been Army of the Dead, Flagell, and then my
Flagell?
List. Yeah, you never heard Flagell before?
I haven't heard that, but I'm going to start using it.
Yeah, it seems like right up your alley. My number 7 is one that probably won't need too much explanation, is just Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Just really enjoyed it. Nice, tight story with new characters setting up a lot of Phase 4. So 4, 5? I don't know. Whatever.
4.
Yeah.
think
Okay.
four. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, we talked about it a lot, so we don't need to spend any more time on it. What's your number 7, Tanner?
My number 7 is the iCarly reboot because it's just crazy seeing like that childhood show that I used to watch and seeing them talk. I mean, it's a little weird hearing them talk about like sex and shit and seeing them drink, and like Freddie's like lives with his mom. He's like depressed. I mean, it's just funny to see an adult version.
More on that later.
Yeah.
Yeah. More on that later.
Oh yeah. Beyond the binge.
No.
Oh, not this
Wrong
time.
segment. What are we binging, Tanner?
God.
Beyond the Binge is what we did before about our weekends. God damn
off.
it. We're gonna talk about this later.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. We're not. My number 6 is a movie that Tanner probably took off his list or maybe rearranged it. Is The Quiet Place Part 2. Really enjoyed myself. We reviewed it a couple weeks back. Go back and check it out. I really enjoyed myself seeing the movie again and have thought about it here and there. So it kind of made an impact on me, I guess, for a good movie to see in the theaters when people are getting back out there. So
Yeah.
Quiet Place Part 2. Matt, what you got sitting at your number 6?
My number 6 is The Off Season, the album by Jermaine Cole. So yeah, just a good collection of some bangers and some not from the guy who can really just put a good bar or two together. So yeah, that is my number 6, The Off Season by Jermaine Cole.
I was today years old when I found out that J stands for Jermaine.
Same.
Yeah, hopefully I'm right on this.
Tanner, what you got?
My number 6 was Falcon and the Winter Soldier because it was awesome. There you
Okay.
go. Moving on.
Yeah, perfect explanation for that.
Yep, all you need.
At my halfway point at number 5, I've got Cruella on Disney Plus. Very much so enjoyed myself watching that movie, and Emma Stone killed it.
Okay, man. No, just kidding.
What?
No, I was just kidding.
Very much. Oh, come on. Very much so enjoyed myself. Good movie. Great Disney Plus premiere movie. See it in the theaters if you'd like, but if you want to pay the $30, I guess you can also do that. I'm sure you guys will. Wait, did I pay the $30 for it?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
And
Yes. Yep.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. Man, that was so long ago already.
I didn't even. Did I?
That was at the beginning of June.
I didn't even see it.
Yes. Early June.
Early June. Okay. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, very much so. I liked that movie. Watch it if you haven't. Moving on, Matt. What you got? Your number 5.
My number 5. I did confirm that his name is Jermaine, so that's good for this.
Good.
But number 5, sort of a recent addition. Call Me If You Get Lost, the album by Tyler the Creator. Really enjoyed it. You can hear that last week. Yeah, last week's episode. I went off on it and basically explained to Logan why he should listen to it more.
I've not gone back to.
That's fine. So yeah, hit us, Tanner. What's the bottom of your top 5?
Dave.
Okay.
Funny. Funny, entertaining, and moving on.
More on that also later.
Yes.
My number 4 is a little movie that Matt talked a little bit about, The Mitchells versus the Machines. Very, like Matt said, a movie that really stuck with me. I still I'll see like a meme of it here and there, like one of the the dad's face when they're in the car, like mid jump scene or whatever. I really liked that movie. Like I would have paid to go see that in the theater, or maybe even if they released it in the theaters in the future, I might even pay to go watch it in the theater. Like
watch it again.
It was just a fun time, and like Matt said, I haven't watched it since, but I don't hate the idea of maybe flipping it on, falling asleep to it one night or something. It's a great family movie. So Mitchells versus the Machines, Netflix. Don't have to pay for that one, but I definitely probably would. I'd support the filmmakers on that one. I really enjoyed that movie. So, Matt, what you got at starting up that top 5 at 4?
You guys will probably also have this on your list, but probably higher. I have WandaVision. Definitely not 4 is definitely a high spot. But I think sort of the full ramifications of it have yet to be seen. So that's why it is where it is. We've talked about it at length and probably will continue to do so. So yeah, that is all I will say about that. So Tanner, what's your number 4?
Are you okay?
I just deleted everything.
You can
okay.
You can hit back.
Do it.
I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, my number 4 was Loki. I can remember the last couple, but my number 4 was Loki. Or
Okay.
is Loki, because it is. Oh my god, it is awesome. Moving on.
I think I'm doing it. You're
No.
supposed to like. Oh wait.
Oh, there we
Back,
go.
back,
Yes,
back,
yes,
back,
keep going.
back.
Keep going.
Is that it?
You're good. I
Is that
appreciate
it down there?
Yeah,
That's your list.
That's the real list.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. So you really enjoy Loki so far.
Yeah, really good. And especially after this episode, I'm freaking pumped to find out what's going on
Okay.
next.
My number 3, rounding out the top 3. You both have talked about it, so I'll just mention it. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Great story. Great tight knit story, like Matt said. Great characters. Can't wait to see what's next from those peeps. And moving on. Yeah, Matt, what you got at your number 3?
My number 3 is a movie that's actually changed the way I see the world and live my life, and that is Seaspiracy. Since watching this, we have not purchased fish from the grocery store and have really been trying to, limit our consumption of it. So yeah, that's just, if you just want to sort of learn more about the just sort of terrible fishing practices and environmental concerns from that, I would definitely do that. It's a really well told story, and I feel,
It was.
I think one of the merits of it is that it, like I said, it changed. It did something. It told me something that changed the way I live my life. So that's really the highest praise you can give. But that only gets you to number 3, I guess. So Tanner, what's your number 3?
WandaVision. That is still the show that I was the most interested in and the most hyped up for every single week. It was super suspenseful. I was constantly guessing. I was constantly looking theories up on the internet, watching videos. Like, oh man, I was fully invested. So that one earns number 3 for me, and it's still the best one out of the 3 for me.
I think most people agree with you, including me, because that is my number 2 spot. WandaVision. Love it.
Oh yeah,
very much so. I've watched
Such
it
a good
twice or close to 3 times. I watched it with Catherine.
I want to watch it again.
Love it. And yeah, I really hope that the second half of Loki really turns the mystery suspense up a notch, because WandaVision was just incredible on that front. How ballsy was it for their first Marvel Disney Plus show to be the WandaVision, and how as weird as it was,
right? And
so
it nailed it.
And it nailed it. And
they knew it.
Ever since it, I have developed a massive Elizabeth Olsen crush. She is up. She might be my hall pass if I ever get one. Elizabeth Olsen, please whip a spell up on me or something, because I love that show so much.
You very much enjoyed watching WandaVision as well.
Very much so enjoyed myself while watching a couple episodes of WandaVision, especially when she got that new suit. Matt Badunk. Matt, what you got at your number 2 slot? What's your runner-up?
My runner-up is another podcast season. The Dissect podcast did a whole season focused on the Kanye West album Yeezus, and just kind of explaining what a lot of the production and lyrics and just sort of the themes of it are. And it was an album that I definitely wasn't my favorite, just to listen to, but it was definitely interesting. Just kind of let me look at it in a different way. So yeah, that is my runner-up.
All right, Tanner, your number 2 slot.
My number 2 is Peaky Blinders. This show is amazing. They talk so cool, and they wear cool clothes, and they're gangsters, and it's the coolest thing in the world. I love it. I've watched it. I started watching it last week, on a Friday or something, and I'm season 4 right now, almost done. So it's amazing. So yeah, what's your number 1?
My number 1.
My numero uno.
Number 1 is something that I had no hesitation in putting at number 1. The Tomorrow War. It's actually an album. It's called Sunshine State of Mind. It is by, actually, this might be a meme. Of course, this was predictable. It's by one half of Florida Georgia Line. He released a solo project. Just listen to this album, man. Listen to this album. If you want a nice mix of George Strait, Jimmy Buffett, maybe some Kenny Chesney, or maybe even some Bob Marley, listen to this album, man. Every song is about the beach or his life growing up in Florida. Very great summer, 4th of July, sit on a raft, sipping on a cocktail type listen. Every song is a vibe. I listened to the album several times. It's a damn jam. I would be surprised if it wasn't in my top 2 of my favorite content of the year.
Wow.
After the year is over. I love the album so much.
Wow.
I only gave it a 4 out of 5 because I do prefer, maybe there's 17 songs on the album.
It's a lot of songs.
It's too many.
It is. It's a lot. I prefer maybe 12 of the 17 over the last 5. So for that, it gets like a little dock. But if those 5 were off, it would be close to perfect. So very much so enjoying myself. It's not Florida Georgia Line writing either. It's not super cheesy. It's more serious. It's more spiritual. It's just a better written project than any of the Florida Georgia Line albums have ever been. So
Nice.
they both, I think, decided over quarantine to write solo albums, and I think we'll get an album from the second one. This is the guy who you don't normally hear. He's the background guy, which arguably has better vocals than the lead Florida Georgia Line guy. So bang. I don't know. I love the album, man. I'd give it a listen if you like that kind of music. Just very carefree summer. Very much so a summer album. I'm not going to listen to this at Christmas.
Yeah.
But like when it's 85 degrees outside, I'm going to roll my windows down and talk about how much of a beach cowboy I am. That is indeed one of the songs.
Of course it is.
Cowboy.
Country music.
Yeah. Rode into town on my 2-wheel steel horse.
Bon Jovi.
Absolutely.
Bon Jovi's punching air right now.
Yes, he is. Matt, what is your number one piece of content this year so far?
My number 1 is a movie that I kind of went off on several episodes ago, just on my own, and that is In the Heights. Another just sort of celebration of summer to sort of go along with your the album you were just talking about, Logan. It's just like a huge big happy like celebration of just being outside and together. And so just like after the quarantine and stuff, I feel like it was just really what we kind of all needed and what I was really asking for. So yeah, man, I would definitely check it out. At least give it a shot. Give it a shot to earn your business. Like Logan has said sometimes, give it 20 minutes, be like, not for me, but I could, yeah. So definitely give it a shot. So that is my number 1, In the Heights.
Tanner.
The Invincibles.
Invincible.
That's what it is.
Invincible. Clearly love the show a lot, don't you?
I watched it in one night.
You did.
I did. One whole night, but it was incredible.
I forgot about Invincible, man. That probably would have knocked off that Florida Georgia Line album.
I still think that's one of the best shows I've ever seen. Right? It's just.
It is a damn good show. I'm
incredible.
really upset. That probably could replace my Life Rolls On, but
yeah,
or even bump a few other things down because that's a damn good show.
Oh God, it's incredible. Is it going to win awards? Do you know?
It
should.
Because of the kind of category it's in, probably not.
Yeah, superhero stuff doesn't get
superhero stuff, very gory. It probably won't get that much attention, but I know they're already doing seasons 2 and 3, so I'm very excited.
Me too. Good Lord. God Lord.
So that's our top pieces of content of the year so far. We'll wrap it up. It's the first episode of the month, so we talk a little bit about what we've been binging lately. And past 2 months, I've been very silent on this segment, but I've got to report that I'm back in the business of binging.
Yee.
Tanner, briefly, kind of just rumble through what you're watching right now.
The Peaky fucking Blinders, and Dave and iCarly. I guess Bad Batch. I still try to watch it once in a while. Ugh. Loki, obviously, and been listening to a lot of. I just made fun of your country music, but I've been listening to a lot of country music lately.
Really, what you been listening to?
Like
Alan Jackson?
No, I don't know, when I was
old, like
the
Merrill
stuff,
Haggard,
no.
Johnny Cash.
Hell no. Like the stuff my parents would listen to in the car when I was like
Like
10 years
Tim
old.
McGraw,
Yeah, stuff
Kenny
like
Chesney.
That. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's a kind of a throwback, and it's nice in the car when you roll your windows down. And
Yeah. Any specific song that sticks out or artist?
would you go with me? Would you go with me? You know that
By
one?
who?
I forgot.
Look it up.
It's gonna be the first song.
Would you go with me? Who are you listening to right now?
A lot of different shit. I'm doing
Josh Turner. That's Josh Turner.
Yeah.
That's the guy that's like, baby, lock them doors
Oh,
and
yeah,
turn
that
them
guy.
lights down. That guy was a meme a few years ago. Back when
Yeah.
Vine was a thing, that guy was a meme.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Didn't see that one coming.
What about you? Well, the music sucks right now. I'm just looking for anything that'll make me like enjoy myself in the car.
I was saying it to Catherine the other day.
Shit.
Whoa, Tanner. Getting a little enjoying yourself in the car.
Yeah. That'd be pretty
That's
hard.
a pretty dangerous place to enjoy yourself.
That'd be pretty hard.
especially in broad daylight. If you're rolling your windows down, that might not be responsible.
Well, mine are tinted. We're fine.
Oh, okay.
It'd be pretty awkward if a truck rolled up, though.
Yeah, it would be real bad. You'd be down bad.
Or up bad.
Oh, okay.
God.
Oh God. Okay. Also, just remembered something else about my weekend, dude.
Oh my God! Why did
Well,
what?
not my weekend, really. Today, your boy signed up for a gym memberp.
There it is.
Planet
Wait,
Fitness.
how did what we were just talking
Big
about
PF.
get you to the gym membership?
I don't know,
Like, good for you.
but I very much so share many of the things with Tanner. I am watching season 2 of Dave. What do you think so far?
It's a very different vibe, isn't it?
Very different vibe from
It's-
season 1.
Well, it's kind of cool. It's showing what people act like. He's acting like a complete douchebag.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
he? Yes.
he's a huge douche in this season.
Big time. So far, we'll see. What'd
What'd you think of episode last week starring Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
I haven't seen it yet. I didn't even know.
Well, Kareem
Well, that
Abdul-Jabbar
guy's in it.
is in it.
okay.
Do you know
cool.
who that is?
I think I'm gonna watch it tonight. Actually.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah. Well, if I saw it sounds so familiar. If I saw it,
Yeah, one of the most.
yes.
Point-
Pretty sure yeah,
Yeah, points leader in the NBA.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
pretty funny circumstances that go down with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
What you think of the Tokyo episode?
just
took a
stupid.
Shit.
Just stupid.
Tokyo.
Such a different vibe.
It's funny.
Also watching iCarly.
Yep.
I'm enjoying myself.
Me too. I mean, it's not needed. It's
No.
a little cringy,
No, yeah.
but it's just it's because like they're still doing like the same iCarly childish bits and
Yeah.
some of them like they're doing the baby Spencer. I'm
But
like,
it is less iCarly centric
Yeah.
and more just centric about them as adults.
yeah, just living their lives.
Like every episode of iCarly, like back in the day, like featured like an episode of iCarly
or multiple.
or multiple. This
I know.
doesn't really do that often.
I'm glad.
It's more of just their lives.
I'm glad because that was the most cringy part.
Yeah.
in the old
Yeah.
show
It
too.
was huge cringe, even as
Huge.
even as a child. I was like,
Oh,
this,
yes,
this
when I
is-
was
this is terrible.
Yes,
I would
100%.
not
The
watch
other
this
day we
show.
got into a debate where my sister, the audacity of her to claim that iCarly was better than Drake and Josh.
Oh, she's a dumbass.
That's what I said.
Cameron, what the freak?
That's what I
Bad
said.
take.
You know
I was
what?
like, that's a
You know what?
generation
Yeah, it
thing, though.
shows what
But-
she watched as a kid.
Yeah.
Not Drake and Josh.
I was like, Cameron, Drake and Josh this might be a steep comparison, but like in terms of Nickelodeon sitcoms, it was like the Friends of Nickelodeon. Everybody watched Drake and Josh.
I think it's the best
Yeah.
Nickelodeon show ever.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Live action, at least for sure.
Yeah.
Live action
Yeah,
for
oh,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Um,
Guess to see the new Patrick Star shows coming out.
yeah.
Nobody asked for that.
No.
No.
Another thing that nobody asked
It's the
for.
Cleveland show of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, iCarly, Dave, Sunshine State of Mind. I was gonna bring up.
Rick and Morty.
You are
I forgot to say that. The new season too. Yeah.
Yep.
okay. I'm not on the Rick and Morty train yet, but I will join soon. It is on the list.
It's very different.
We've got. I made a list of a few things. Oh, on PlayStation on sale was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order or whatever. It was like $12, so I snagged it for the new cons.
Hell yeah. That's a great
Next gen and getting those next gen graphics. It's fun, not as fun as I remember it being.
Yeah, it's a lot of climbing. I replayed it again.
A lot of climbing.
I replayed it again. I was like, I don't want to explore. I want to fight some shit.
Yeah, I want to fight. Not as much
Yeah.
climbing, but And then there's like one more thing that I should be remembering. Too Hot to Handle, season 2.
Oh.
Cringy Netflix fucking show. I say dating, but it's not a dating show.
Yeah.
It's a banging show. It's not porn. It's
Close to it.
It's borderline softcore porn.
Porn and Jace.
Yeah, but it's very entertaining. It's mindless TV that I don't have to think about while I watch. It's fun. When we're done here, I'm gonna watch more.
That's my mindless TV show is Pawn Stars.
I love Pawn
Pawn Stars
Stars.
is a great
I
show.
love
fun.
Pawn Stars.
It's on Hulu.
Is it?
All the season.
Matt, what are you watching?
So, not a lot, man. Mostly, I mean, besides the stuff that we do for this show, a lot of sports actually.
Yeah.
So, been not to steal, dude. What about sports is thunder? But just been watching a lot of hoops. It's been some
Me
fun
too.
times on the b-ball court. My San Francisco Giants have been absolutely mashing. They just snapped their season-long losing record of 4 games. So I'm big pumped about that. But yeah, they're just like putting on a tear. Just listening to sort of the normal stuff to sort of air out my dirty laundry, guilty pleasure, fall asleep or whatever show. It's been currently old episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I've been falling asleep to. Just a big dork, I guess. So that's pretty fun. But I was gonna ask. So yeah, in the like History Channel-esque like shows of like Pawn Stars and like Swamp People and Ice Road Truckers, like what any favorites among those, or is Pawn Stars the GOAT? I was always partial to American Pickers. I like that one too.
If we're playing you cancel on the History Channel shows,
Oh God, History.
I am standing Pawn Stars. I'm muting American Pickers because I do enjoy that,
Yeah.
and I am canceling. Well, actually, Storage Awards is kind of funny.
It is. Yeah. Swamp People's amazing. Get him.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I fucking love Swamp People.
Sneaky History Channel has some bops.
They
do.
have bangers,
They do.
yeah. The
It's all
only
shit you watch with your dad.
definitely Ultimate Dad TV, that and like mid 2000s like Discovery Channel, like Mythbusters era Discovery Channel was just
shit,
yeah.
fuego.
Your dad's starter pack in mid 2000s was Mythbusters, NASCAR, Pawn Stars, and
The damn
They're
baseball
not-
game.
and just insert random sports game.
Yeah. All while wearing some Nike Air Monarchs, falling asleep on the couch.
Yeah. Complaining about what we're watching on TV and then 5 minutes in passes out.
Yeah. What I was gonna ask, what are our thoughts on Ancient Aliens if we're gonna talk about History Channel shows?
I don't know if I've seen
I
that.
love
Is the-
alien
is the-
shows though.
It's the meme of the guy with his hair up and he's like, aliens.
Oh, I've seen a couple episodes, but not to the degree that I've seen those other shows.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just ridiculous. It's basically just it's all the pseudoscience that's basically killing American democracy at this moment, except as a television show.
That's amazing. I also have a very, very strong memory of my parents. Maybe it was my mom's choice, but watching Cake Boss a lot growing up.
Cake Boss, yeah.
Cake Boss.
Yeah. I watched Wars once in a while.
I
Both
was also-
Pawn Stars and Cake Boss used to be on Netflix, and I binged the entire series up until that point a few years ago.
Pawn Stars is back, but only 2 seasons.
Isn't the old man passed away a few years ago? I'm pretty
don't
sure.
know. I don't know a whole lot. I just
Chum
Chumley
Lee
went to
is like a
jail for
TikTok
meth.
star.
Chumley
Well,
is a drug.
Yeah, he's a
God.
meth problem.
He's
Really?
got a drug problem.
Yeah.
big time. He got seized. The FBI seized his house.
I know
and
he's on TikTok now.
he's on TikTok, but was in prison.
Please do yourselves a favor and go follow Chum Lee on
Will,
TikTok.
fuck, I didn't know that.
I'm not doing that.
I want to follow. Oh,
It looks like he lives a life very similar to those characters in Spring Breakers.
he's an animal.
Dude, you just can't control that guy, man.
That's him.
Chum Lee, dude.
On
Chum Lee.
on his Wikipedia page, when it's talking about him on Pawn Stars, it's like Chumley is often portrayed as on the show as the comic foil, but he often appraises items in his areas of expertise, including pinball machines, sneakers, and video games. It's just like,
There's a really
dumbass.
There's a really, really good compilation on YouTube somewhere, and I'm pretty sure it's like all the times that Rick got mad at Chum Lee for buying something stupid. And it's an amazing compilation. You got to find it. It's just like 30 minutes of Rick calling Chum Lee a dumbass and saying, call that person back and tell them that we're not buying that sword that is definitely not real. Oh man, didn't expect to go off on a History Channel on Pawn Stars, but hey man, nobody's doing Pawn Stars talk seconds after talking about softcore porn.
Yeah, there we go. Do we want to do a quick what's the net worth of Chum Lee?
Oh yes, please. I'm gonna go. Oh God, I'm not good at these. I'm gonna go $8 million.
No,
am I going too low?
I think he's going too high.
You think so?
Way too high.
What's your guess, Tanner? What's your guess?
I bet he's a little under. I bet he's around 900K.
Per celebritynetworth.com, the best website in the world, he is worth $5 million.
Okay, that's a lot. How let's go
From what?
To piggyback off of that, let's do Rick from Pawn Stars as well.
Lot more
Do you know
than
his
that.
last name?
Harrison.
Rick Harrison.
I'm Rick Harrison,
duh.
and this is my pawn shop.
I promise I wasn't doing a meme there. I
would have been very mad if we couldn't have come up with that.
You're
All right.
talking about pawn stars for the last.
All right,
5
I'm
years.
going.
I got it. Yeah.
He's about 12.
I'm gonna go. Well,
his shop is worth quite a bit.
well, no, I'm going higher. I'm
shit.
going 20. Oh man,
You said 12, Tanner?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going 20.
9 million.
Okay.
Oh,
I was actually
okay,
gonna say
okay.
9.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like if you just because you have it in your pawn shop doesn't mean it's like added to your net worth, like fair market value or whatever.
Okay,
I feel like
that makes
since
sense.
it's a pawn shop, you don't really like ownership is weird.
I was trying to like factor in maybe how much History Channel was paying him, but
Yeah.
apparently not a lot.
So Chumley was making $25K an episode, but it doesn't say what Rick was making.
Dude, there's like 20 episodes a season.
Yeah. Yeah. So Chum Lee is not down bad.
Chumley had a lot of money for meth.
Well, he was down bad for a minute when he got caught.
But he lost like 75 pounds, it said, after his dad died. So this is just sad. I'm sorry. I'm bringing it down for this Chum Lee talk.
It's okay. We're here for Chum Lee talk, but that's what you get on the Binge Boys, dude.
Chum Daddy.
1 minute we're talking about Loki time traveling. The next we're talking about Chum Lee's net worth.
If you were still doing episode titles, that'd be the best one for this one.
Chum
Chum
Lee's
Lee's
net worth.
Yes,
Bro,
do it.
I might bring it back.
Just do it, please.
Down bad Chum Lee
Yes.
talk.
Bro, can we? I used to do the one-worded episodes, but then I like went through this mindset of like, oh, people are gonna search for the title.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna search for like the Tomorrow War. So I don't know. Maybe I will bring back like one-worded titles
Sure.
or one-sentence titles. You know what? Fuck it. We're doing it, dude. This
Yes.
episode's gonna be called
Enjoying myself
Chum
watching
Lee.
Chum Lee.
Okay. And that's this episode, man. That's the Binge Boys, episode 211, Down Bad Chum Lee. Like we said at the top, if you enjoy what you hear, check us out on Instagram, tell a friend, leave a rating and review. Next week, we've got Black Widow. Black Widow comes out this Friday. I'm going to get to the theater, I think Saturday night to check it out. So assuming, I think Tanner is actually going to attend with me.
Yeah.
So I think next week we're going to be good for some Black Widow talk.
There it is.
So yeah, guys, that's 211. We've decided, Tanner, that we are going back to the funniest or catchiest, or maybe that's just the trendiest thing we talked about during that episode. But since the Tomorrow War isn't breaking box office headlines, we're going to call this, or you know what? Maybe we will bring it back to like two main topics and call it like the Tomorrow War and Chum Lee's net worth.
Or I heard what you said. You made a good point because
What?
people might be searching up the current things that are coming out
Yeah.
and finding your thing.
So call it the trendiest thing of the episode and
Something stupid.
something stupid that we
Yeah.
talked about.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? We're here for it. Most podcasts edit this shit out.
We're
don't,
planning
bro.
it live.
We're planning it live. This is legit the planning we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, man. Binge Boys Podcast. Be on the lookout this Thursday for How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. And again, next week for some Black Widow talk. We're really excited. Marvel movies are back, baby. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Goodbye, 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 bye-bye, goodbye, bye.
Turned his mic down for those of you who are still here. And by down, I mean I turned it off.
Say hey, where you at?